Lancme duo this morning.
By the way, in that commercial, that was me riding the horse. I was doubling, and they just superimposed her head.
You know, I was going to say, you look like you've been working out.
Familiar,
right?
That's not gonna happen.
Exactly.
Listen, I gotta get models ready. Great to see you, and I'll see you over there.
I can't believe you were sitting.
I know, isn't that cute?
Yep. Ta-da! Just hanging out. Just hanging out with our favorites. Thank you, Robert. Robert will be with us all hour because we have some beautiful cosmetics to show you. But I want to go kind of back in time. I want to go where it all started. So Lancme originated as a fine French perfumery in 1935. And you guys don't, you know, you don't create new fragrances every year, every season. It takes decades sometimes. What is so remarkable and special about Idole is that this is a fragrance that was created by women for women, all about empowerment. And let me show you the exclusive offer that we have here at HSN. This is your kind of home and away fragrance. We know you're gonna fall in love with it so very much that this 1.7 ounce of Eau de Parfum is $96 in retail. This is what we call a smart deal. So it's a today special, kind of like a mini today special, with a limited quantity, with a limited opportunity. For $6 less than you can get the full size 1.7 ounce. We are also going to include for you the travel size, the 0.8 ounce of Idole. 5 interest-free credit card payments gets this home, $18 on your charge card, free shipping and handling, and look at the incredible savings, a $65 savings comparable to if you could get this in the retail marketplace, if you go to counter and buy these 2 items. So it's why we love bringing Lancme in. They do something unlike anyone else for you, our customer. And for me, fragrance is a key element in every season, every chapter, every memory in my life. And this is the newest.
Oh, I'm so excited. If you haven't experienced Idole yet, I'm so excited to share it with you because like Valerie said, Lancme creates fragrances for a moment. Around an emotion. And back in the 90s, we created Trésor to give us this feeling of true love. In the early 2000s, we created your favorite La Vie est Belle, which is all about life is beautiful. And now in this new decade, this new era, we've created yet another new fragrance for the moment. And that is called Idole. And Idole is about empowerment. And if you watch Zendaya in that commercial, I mean, I feel like we need to do it right now. Like, how powerful, how amazing are women today?
Yes.
This was created by 3 women, female not French perfumers on 3 different continents. They came together to make this amazing scent. And we actually polled women when we were starting to create it and thinking about what do we want in a fragrance. And we asked women what they wanted to smell like. I know that sounds like a crazy question, but what do you want to smell like when you wear a fragrance? And 98% of them said, I just want to be fresh and clean. I want to just smell fresh and clean and yummy, and I want my fragrance to be addictive. And that's what we created with Idole. If you are familiar with traditional fragrances as in the way that they're created, you'll notice that there's always a top, middle, and a base note. Now, if you look here, these are my notes in Idole. What we did is these 3 perfumers, they actually made a new type of fragrance combination. We call it a kaleidoscopic sphere. And if you've ever worn a traditional fragrance, you'll notice that you spray it once, but it changes throughout the day and it never smells out of the bottle like it does on your skin. And then 20 minutes later it changes, an hour later it changes, and then 3 hours later it changes. It also doesn't change. If you're tired of your fragrance changing on you, this kaleidoscopic sphere has 3 different accords. One is a white chypre accord, and chypre means fresh. And that's a combination of this beautiful musk and bergamot and vanilla that just give you this soft purity at the top that flows throughout the notes.
Soft purity. Soft purity. Definitely.
Then they chose, another of the female perfumers chose this spotless jasmine accord, and she picked 2 different types of jasmine, Sambac jasmine and grandiflorum jasmine. And those are more fruity, more petally, and they give this creamy cleanness to this other part of the scent. Then our 3rd parfumer loves roses, and she is an expert at crafting roses. She took 4 different roses and crafted them together to make this beautiful rose accord. And the rose accord gives you more of I'd say a fresh and airiness to the scent. And it's not dare I say, your grandmother's powdery rose. I want you to imagine being in a field of a garden of roses and hand-picking that one perfect blossom and smelling that fresh hand-picked rose right off the vine. It's so beautiful, and it brings this touch of femininity, this freshness, and what's so amazing about this scent is you will smell these all day long.
Right.
They radiate in this sphere, so it keeps changing and moving with
that.
you. It's magnificent.
Because that's the thing, is we want to be magnetic, but we don't want that to change throughout the day, where we feel like we put a fragrance on in the morning, we love the way it smells, and then by lunchtime or by the evening time, number one, it may have just totally dissolved, but number two, you smell different. And you're like, well, that's not how I remember putting it on this morning. This is something that is so unique, so special. Look at the bottle, you guys.
Can we talk about this?
This is the world's thinnest fragrance bottle. It is a beauty. And don't forget, you're not getting just the 1.7 ounce, which is at counter for $96. You're spending $6 less, and we are including a secondary bottle at a 0.8 ounce. So this is your travel. This is the one that stays at home with you, and it's on 5 interest-free credit card payments. You cannot walk into any fine department store or Lancome counter and say, I would like to save $65 on this set. I would like to only do $18 today, and I want some time to see if it rests with me, if it feels fresh and clean. We give you 30 days. As soon as we send this to you, these are brand new. Do they come individually boxed or together?
They do come individually boxed, so maybe you want to
gift.
keep one for yourself and gift one.
Yes.
Maybe keep the big one, give the little
absolutely.
one.
Well, with
But
Mother's Day coming around the corner, lots of babies are being born. There's weddings and anniversaries. It's also on free shipping and handling. So let's talk about this bottle for a moment. Because first off, it's the most unique, most sleek, sexy thing I've ever seen.
There's
but it has
actually a really interesting story about this bottle, and I think it's pretty. It speaks to who we are at Lancome. And how we want to empower people who work within our company too. We actually went out and sourced so many different designers to design our bottle. And all of them presented bottles back to us. And we had one designer in our own company who wasn't a designer at the time, came to us and presented their design. And it was the best one. So it was actually hand designed by a Lancome employee, which is pretty amazing. And it actually doesn't stand up. So you're seeing me do this here. It's not gonna stand up. I don't want you to stand it up on your vanity. It's meant to lie down. And if you pick it up, when you pick it up in your hand, you're gonna notice it has a lot of familiarity to it. Can you see what I'm doing? There's this amazing, beautiful heart of the bottle. You can see it here, this gorgeous sphere. Kind of represents that kaleidoscopic sphere we were talking about. But when you put it in your hand, it's very intuitive, almost like your cell phone that we can't let go of, right? Every single day,
we know
comfortable. You feel it in your hand, and it rests beautifully. It is the thinnest fragrance bottle in the world. It's absolutely magnificent. And even if I show you the
complimentary one,
they're both the same width.
Okay.
Just a different height. And you're going to love experiencing this. When you take this off, you want to pull the cap. Don't twist, just pull and spray. And what I love about this scent is anybody I've showed this scent, I always have them do this. And when you get this home, I want you to do this too. Because I want you to open up the cap and I want you to go like this. Clean. And you're gonna go, okay. But then you put it on your skin, you spray it, and you do this, and it is the most fresh,
that's the first thing.
Crisp, clean scent that stays with you all day and makes you feel just so powerful, confident,
strong, yet feminine and light and delicate and airy, which is exactly what women are, right? We should be lifting each other up. We should be encouraging each other. We should also feel our very most beautiful. And maybe fragrance is something that, we know it's special, it's a personal item. You have to get it home to feel it and sense it and smell it and experience it. What do you have coming up? Do you have a big anniversary? Do you have a reunion? Are you back on the dating scene? Or maybe just you want a little something special for your man or your loved one to be able to recognize as you. A signature fragrance goes a long way. This evokes emotion, this pauses time, this preserves lifetime memories, all by this beautiful fragrance. And remember, Lancome is the original. They started out as a fine French fragrance house in 1935. I want to just remind you of this value because you're not stuck with anything. If for any reason you don't love it as much as we keep talking about how fresh and clean and light and airy it is, you cannot get this configuration at this value anywhere else. Let's just break it down for you because I know many of us, we're looking for a deal, right? But we still want the very best of the best. So the 1.7 ounce, and remember this is an eau de parfum, not an eau de toilette, is $96 anywhere else Idole is sold. We're taking $6 off and we are including the 0.8 ounce of the eau de parfum in that same signature bottle, all the exquisiteness, and you're not paying for that. $18 gets it home, free shipping and handling. We literally have seconds to be able to kind of re-invite you in to place your order. You can go to hsn.com, you can give us a call. But when I put this on, I'm very particular, especially with like a daytime scent. I want something that not only is going to please me, but I want the people around me to not sense me before I walk in the room. I don't want anybody going, oh gosh, that's so floral. Oh gosh, that's so sweet. This is so clean, yet so modern.
And I think that's that nice contrast. It's clean and fresh, but it doesn't smell like laundry, right? It's this beautiful, feminine, airy, creamy, fresh scent that everyone I've showed to has loved. We actually won the best fragrance launch of the year. We launched it late last year for Idole. So if you're looking for a new scent, or maybe you're expanding your Lancme fragrance wardrobe, it's time to try Idole. I'm sure you're gonna love it.
And I love it as a gift. Keep one, gift one. You can keep the small, gift the large. Think about birthdays, Mother's Day that's coming along. Give somebody something that is truly special, truly unique, and get a great deal. Get a smart deal today here at HSN. So stay in the ordering process for that. We do have one for you. You can reserve it by placing your order. But we have a really jam-packed hour. You guys have kind of just started your visit. And